Welcome to Phoenix Healing Podcast, where mental health is our number one priority, featuring Liam Z. Muniz. Enjoy. Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to Phoenix Healing Podcast, where mental health is our number one priority. So, y'all, this is a completely different setup. We're a little more intimate. I have a different mic as well. Because this was more on the whim. These emotions were pretty sudden for me. Well, they've been building up for this moment, but I was like, I'm gonna sit down and share because I haven't filmed an EP in quite a long time. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't forcing any topics and that it just came up naturally, and here we are. So now we shall. As per usual, we're going to start with some intuitive affirmations to allow ourselves to ground into our most authentic energy so that we can organically connect in the best way possible. So let's just get right into it because I'm like, girl, I'm trying to talk to you guys. I missed you, babe. Okay. Take a deep breath. I am exactly where I need to be. Everything is working out in my favor. I know that I will be okay, even if I don't feel okay right now. It is okay to feel and express emotions. It is okay to not be okay. It is okay for me to ask for help, as I am surrounded by people who care and love for me. It is okay to walk away from situations, people, places, and things which do not make me feel safe or loved or appreciated. It is okay for me to want more, and it is okay for me to want less. I'm grateful for the blessings in my life and those to come, and I allow myself to experience them through authenticity, gratitude, and love. A kissy for you. Okay, so a quick little life update for those of you who missed out. I am currently 4 months pregnant. And so, y'all, we've been going through changes, experiencing the experiences, and life is really lifing my asshole right now. Because, oh my gosh, the roller coaster of emotions and thoughts and just so much change happening both inside and out, physically, mentally, spiritually, energetically. And it's kind of overwhelming, but we've been handling it. You know what I'm saying? There's moments like these where we need to sit down and kind of just talk about it and share it, especially as this is my first pregnancy. I don't have any other children. I've never been like a mom to an actual human being besides my little fur babies. So it's like, this is new for me. And y'all know me, I like to be vulnerable and share my experiences and share just whatever I'm going through mentally, because I think it's really important that we showcase those sides of ourselves and realize that we're not perfect human beings. I don't always feel like bubbly butterflies, sunshines, and fucking rainbows. You know, there's always those moments when I feel shitty and that depression comes back and my anxiety comes back and I feel overwhelmed with emotions and so many things that overpower that sense of happiness and balance for me. And that's actually normal. Okay, so we're here to talk about it. We're here to express it. And simply, for those who are watching the video, that's the little bumpy right there. And if you're not watching the video, it's okay. Just imagine like a little personal watermelon. I would say that's like maybe roughly the size of it. But anywho, let's talk about it because obviously my pregnancy was unexpected for me. And I'm not mad about it. I'm actually really grateful. I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always envisioned myself being a mom, not so much for the aesthetic aspect of it, but more so because I know that with being a mom, with being a parent, with going through that entire journey and experience, you can learn so much and evolve and open up in ways that you couldn't have with anything else. And that's one of the main things I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the lessons. I'm looking forward to learning and the making mistakes and finding, my own way around things. Like that aspect of life in general, the life journey that we are going through has always been what keeps me going. Just knowing that there's always more to learn and understand, There's always room for growth. And just going through this 4-month period of pregnancy is like, it's already changed so much for me. I'm changing the way I do things, the way I view my life. I always felt so, what's the word? Like complacent in a sense of where I was environmentally, especially. And now I'm like, girl, I'm ready to fucking go, because placing myself more in a nurturing role, placing myself in a space where I know I have to be responsible for the mental health and the care of another human being, including my own. It's like I've been super, super aware and really taking note of everything in my environment that has affected me and my mental health, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically, whatever. And to be fucking honest, it's a lot more than I ever realized, because I was so used to experiencing that. I was so used to being emotionally manipulated. I was so used to just following the rules of whoever, helped me and took care of me financially or in other aspects, that I didn't realize that I was being manipulated. It was affecting my mental health. It was affecting the way that I view myself, and affecting the way that I express, affecting the way that I asked for help and accepted help. And I had a really big realization yesterday that this is not the environment I want to be in. I don't want to get too deep into the personal aspects of it, but who I'm living with currently, it's like, yeah, they've always created this opportunity or environment for me to be taken care of materialistically. I've always had a roof over my head, and I'm super grateful for that. I'm grateful for the financial help as well. But every single time that help was given to me, and this isn't everyone, there's probably some family members out there like, girl, what is he talking about out here lying to these people? This is a specific person. It's like every time that help was given, there was always a string attached. And I noticed that yesterday, because it backlashed and everything was thrown right back at my face. And that kind of hurt me, because it made me realize that me being open to and accepting help from these people who are saying that they want to genuinely help me. And once I accept it, it's like I'm opening myself up to them. I'm being vulnerable. I'm allowing them to help me and give me that hand and extra push while I get myself on my feet and do what I have to do. And having them kind of throw it back at my face, that really hurt me. And it made me feel like, I was disposable. It made me feel like I was a burden. And I realized that this is the environment that I've been placed in for a really long time. And I didn't really realize it, because I just saw it as, well, this is what it's going to take for me to get help from people. And that's not true. For someone to help you, there shouldn't be any strings attached. There shouldn't be any rules and fucking regulations. If someone wants to help you, it should come from a place of being genuine, of actually wanting to help you and not expecting anything back, not expecting you to do whatever they want to do simply because they're giving you a helping hand. That's not genuine. That is conditioned love. That is not unconditional. And that's a big thing that I want to teach my little baby, right? Is that unconditional love feels different and it looks different from what we are conditioned, right? Like conditioned love always comes with strings attached. There's always rules. There's always limitations. There's always reasons for things. It's never just I want to show you this love because it's something that I genuinely feel for you and I want to give that to you consistently. It's different. And that's been a big realization for me. And so that's one thing I've been feeling a lot lately, a little overwhelmed in trying to, really looking to create a new environment for myself. And also allow myself to ask for help. That's another thing. Honestly, I'm thinking of starting therapy as well and being open to that and doing what I have to do. I know sometimes in the past I thought of therapy and I was like, girl, I got everything I need. I'm the one that knows myself most. And I was like, yeah, that's true. You're the one that knows yourself most. But there's certain people out there, therapists and people you can talk to who can give you a sense of guidance for you to apply those tools and apply everything that you know, right? So there's nothing wrong with asking for help, but definitely now majorly I've been feeling a ton of emotions and a ton of like everything. Just trying to figure out, well, how am I going to get things done? Like, what am I going to do moving forward? I'm already establishing a lot of things for myself and I'm taking action in that. But then again, there's certain little environmental factors that I feel have been drawing my focus and attention away from the things that really matter to me. And it's been difficult for me to really ground myself back and find that balance where I can go back to focus on what I have to do. Y'all, these sirens are actually pretty annoying. So, I'm gonna just come back. I'm gonna come back when they're done. Okay, we're back. The sirens are gone. I'm so sorry if that was like in your eardrums for that long. I didn't really realize because I was too in my zone. But as I was saying, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of factors now adding on, to the pregnancy aspect of things where it's like now there's different things that I have to acknowledge and take a better approach to that I wasn't really thinking about before because I'm still young. I wasn't really in a place where I was expecting to be a mom, so that's new. But yeah, I think that one of the most important things that we can do in these moments of realization that there's so much more that I'm gonna have to do now, there's so much more responsibility, is to surround yourself by people who are going to remind you that you are not alone, by people who are not going to make you feel that you're not worthy of living a good life, you're not worthy of living a life that's a little bit easier. Surround yourself by people who make you feel like, hey, you know what, I'm supported, and no matter where I am, no matter how I feel, I know that I'm going to get through this because I'm not alone in this. And yeah, I'm going to push myself and I'm going to do what I have to do. But in those moments when I feel that I do not have the strength, that I feel that I might fall, just knowing that there's someone or something back there, right, that's going to be able to catch you and uplift you and give you that extra little push, give you that extra bit of energy. Like, that's such a beautiful feeling. And I've been acknowledging so much more those people who have always been willing to give me unconditional love, who have never switched up on me because, those days that I didn't feel like myself, who have never made me feel like I was less than, or I was disposable, or I was a burden, or I was unworthy. Like, those are the people we need to focus on the most. We tend to surround ourselves by people who comfort that same limiting mindset that we've been in for so long. And what you have to do is surround yourself by people who are going to challenge your mindset. Surround yourself by people who are going to challenge your perspectives and your past beliefs and ways of thinking. It's not so much oh, he thinks just like me, or they think just like me, so I'm going to be with them, because sometimes the way that you think is limiting yourself. So when you surround your people who are not going to make you question just a little bit, or make you want to learn more, or make you want to reach out of that box you're keeping yourself in, you're never going to actually grow or prosper. So environment is so important. It's so important who you're communicating with, who are you sharing your energy with, who are you giving your focus to. And that's been such a fucking huge lesson for me as someone who's constantly like trying to find ways to please people in a sense, or find ways to keep people in my life, which I also noticed, I think I spoke on this on some of my past episodes. Girl, I don't remember, that was a while ago, but where it's like, because of that fear of abandonment, because of that fear of not being valuable or needing that validation from others, I often found myself like trying to keep people in my life, like trying to prove myself to them. And so much energy and so much focus and so much time was placed into that I didn't realize that I was missing opportunities on those people who already saw my value and already told me and showed me in more ways than one that they see and appreciate and accept that value in me, right? So when we're constantly trying to prove ourselves to people, trying to make those people see you, you're missing out on the people who already see and appreciate and love you. And that is unconditional love. Those people who right off the bat, they accept you right off the bat, they're open to challenging you, and they want you to grow and they want you to prosper. and not a way where they're projecting their own emotions and thoughts and whatever the hell onto you, but in the way where they're open to hearing you out, to understanding where you are, but also open to giving you a little bit of feedback, giving you their own experiences, their own perspectives, sharing different aspects of themselves with you. That is unconditional love. Unconditional love is acceptance. It is acceptance of every form. And you don't have to judge people in order to accept them. Accepting people, you can have indifferences. It's okay to think differently. We all think differently. But through accepting, you're acknowledging that wherever they are, whatever they're seeing, whatever their perspective, their feelings, their thoughts, it's coming from somewhere, right? It's rooted from somewhere. It's not just, oh, this is the type of person they are, fuck you, I don't like you, goodbye. That's so ego girl, so ego crazy. But accepting that we're different people, we're on different vibrations, we're different energetically, we're rooted in different areas in this world, and that is going to affect and change the way that you view things. So through unconditional love, you're accepting that, and you're trying to understand where do you stand. Where are your roots buried right now? Let's take a deeper look so that we can better understand ourselves and each other, and so that I can share my perspectives with you and you can share your perspectives, and our roots can expand and do all types of things. Like, to me, that's what unconditional love represents visually and spiritually, right? It's being open to understanding one another. We're so used to being raised in a society where you just jump straight to conclusions, you jump straight to biased opinions and perspectives, and you put people in boxes and labels, but you never actually take the time to understand, well, why are we like this? Why do we think this way? Why do we feel these things? What is our perspectives? Where is it coming from? Like, why do we act out? Why do we do things that are bad? Why do we hurt each other? It's always, oh, you did this is your punishment. It's never, oh, but why did you do it? Where did it come from? I don't want to stray too much off the topic, but that's just some of the things, like, I be thinking about, like, anywho, boobaloo. Other than that, my pregnancy so far has been quite a journey. I heard my baby's heartbeat for the first time like 2-3 weeks ago, and it was so beautiful, man. I think in that moment I was like, wow, this is some real shit, bitch, the fuck. And I started to cry, of course, because it's just so unreal to me. I think it's such a magical and beautiful thing that a woman's body can do this. Like, bitch, we're literally made to cater and nurture and become a home to another literal human being that's gonna grow up and make amazing changes in the world. Like, I think that's so fantastic. I think I'm blessed, so blessed to be going through this experience, regardless of how it happened, when it happened, and why. It's here, it happened. I'm grateful. I'm trying to make the most of it. And yeah, man, my body's been changing a lot, obviously. We got the milkers, we got the fucking bumpers. Like, it's really giving me camel life. But I think physically, through these changes with pregnancy, it's been challenging me to stay consistent with what I was doing before my pregnancy. Like, I'm still going to the gym, I'm still taking care of myself. I'm being more aware of my nutrition intake and my protein intake and what I'm eating. And it's like, sometimes it does get difficult. Like, definitely during my first trimester, I was fucking craving so many fucking bullshit that I didn't eat before. And there were moments where I felt full all of the time, but I knew that I didn't have enough food in my system, right? I didn't have enough energy. So it was like a whole ordeal, girl. It was like I had to restart and refine my eating habit and try to find that balance in my eating again. And I'm still working on it. Like, today, what did I even eat today? Oh, I made some like tortillas with like cheese, and I had that for breakfast. And then I ate some watermelon and pineapple. And honestly, that's it. It's 3:44 right now. Oh, that's a little engine over here, confirmation. But it's 3:44 p.m. right now. I've barely fucking eaten enough. Like, and sometimes I'm like beating myself up about that because it's like sometimes I don't feel hungry. Now that I mention it, my stomach's growling. Look at you. But like that's been something I've had to deal with, and I don't want to say deal with because that makes it sound kind of burdening, but that's something I had to experience. I've been experiencing. Well, I like this mic because it comes with the mute button, girl. Don't play right now. But something I've had to experience is trying to regulate my body as it's changing, trying to understand. Like, I'm getting new signs. This time is from my baby, this time there's different aspects and parts of my body that are changing and they're communicating with me for the first time. And it's been a pretty crazy experience thus far. Considering I'm only my second trimester, I don't even want to imagine when that baby gets to kicking and busting through. But it's definitely been a challenge to remain balanced and grounded for sure. And also like trying to maintain that consistency and passion, and constantly reminding myself why I'm doing things. Like I'm bringing up my business. I'm starting school soon. I'm trying to figure out like the environment situation, like trying to move out soon. I need to get my own car. Like there's a lot of little aspects. But I think reminding myself that just taking one step at a time and understanding that everything is going to fall through, everything is going to work out, and I'm supported and I'm not alone and everything's going to be okay. I think that's been helping me to keep going. I'd say that my depression and anxiety has definitely come back considering the fucking waves of hormones that are like flowing through my body right now. There are moments when I get in such a depressive state of mind that it like it makes me feel like how I used to feel, in when I was in my deep depression. And I have to remind myself like, hey, it's okay. These are just new energies. I'm adjusting. I haven't experienced this before. And I have anxiety attacks. Like I had one today. I had an anxiety attack today. And I was super emotional. Like I had a Zoom appointment with my health wellness doctor. And I was fucking crying for like a majority of the time, which is okay. We gotta express and do what we gotta do. But it's definitely been the fucking journey, y'all. Like, for those of you who are currently pregnant with your first child or have already experienced that, I want you guys to share your stories. Like, let's talk about it. Let's go through the motions together. Let's share these things because it's important that we understand that this isn't something. It's that same car that keeps passing by. That's that bad juju kind of trying to come through. But I think just reminding each other that we're not alone in this can be extremely helpful, which is the reason why I'm sharing this, because I'm like, girl, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know how the fuck to be a mom. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on in my body. And that's okay. It's everything in life is a learning process. We're never masters at things. We're never perfect at anything. Practice makes perfect. I don't like that. That's not a realistic phrase. Practice makes improvement, I would say. But yeah, that was some of the things I just wanted to share. What I've been experiencing, like a little sum up of what I've been experiencing so far. But yeah, I didn't want to talk too much about the whole how I got to pregnancy thing because I don't know, I've always had a different vision on how things would end up, and just that perfect little family or just a different experience for myself when it came to who I had a baby with. That's been really different for me, which has also, I feel, been an emotional thing that I've been kind of carrying with myself, because it does make me feel sad sometimes that my inner child doesn't get to live that, first time pregnancy with a partner who's present here, and then so I did feel a little bit of sadness about that, because I've always wanted that to happen. But hey, you don't have to cross it off the list just because it didn't happen when you wanted it to. I'm sure I'll meet someone eventually, but yeah, y'all. So I'm gonna definitely keep you guys updated on how it goes so far, being a single pregnant mama, and my experiences. And I'm gonna have a gender reveal soon, which is super exciting. I'm definitely gonna share that with you guys. It's taken me a while to kind of share the fact that I'm pregnant in general, just because I know there's a lot of bad energies that can attach to you when you share such information. But I know I'm protected. Whatever happens, happens. A part of my journey is being vulnerable, is showing you guys these parts of myself that aren't like the most glamorous and like, abundant, whatever. But I'm always open. Like, y'all know I'm an open book. If you got any questions, anything, talk to me. If you want to share your stories and your experiences, definitely connect with me. All of my socials, just search up Liam Z. Muniz. And we can do that, because you are important to me. Your perspectives are important to me. And this podcast is like my personal little diary, my audio diary, which I think it's so fun. I think it's so cool. Like, I've been thinking of interviewing people, but at the same time, I don't know if that's something that I want to do on this podcast, because this podcast is more intimate for me. Like, it's been such an intimate aspect of my journey as far as I've had it, where it's like, it's shown me and given me the courage to actually share my perspectives and share what I've been experiencing without judgment, or without feeling like, oh, that doesn't matter, no one cares type of thing, So that's been super fun and cool for me. And I kind of want to keep it that way. I want to keep it personal. I want to keep it like a little personal diary. Okay. So, with that being said, I think this is the end of the episode. I don't want to force any extended conversation that doesn't really feel like it's naturally going to come up. So, I just wanted to give you guys a little life update on what's going on so far, and why I haven't really been present with you guys, at least connecting with you guys. But I hope you have a fantastic morning, day, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. Because you, my beautiful soul, are deserving of the best, and only the best things the universe offer. Remember to stay connected with me. I will see you when I see you. I do still post on my other socials, so if you don't follow me, go ahead and do that if that's something you want to do, so you can be a part of this journey. And I'm going to share all types of vulnerable type of things that no one really wants to talk about, but I'm going to talk about them because why not? Okay. I love you so much. Peace.